Please see links in description below.
Welcome. A while back I did a review of the River Lithium Power Bank by Ecoflow. I'll pop a link to that review in the description below. Today I want to have a look at their 50-watt solar cell that they retail to support the River Power Bank, enabling it to be charged using the sun. I'm based here in Brisbane, Australia, and I purchased the solar cell online, and it turned up rather promptly through DHL. So let's have a look at it. It came in this sturdy cardboard box, and as you can see, quite nicely packaged. So let's have a look inside. Some quite useful instructions on the inside of the box, but there is also instructions and specifications and the like as well included. As you can see, it's actually nicely packaged solar cell in this nice sort of water resistant cloth, and these two handles here for enabling you to carry it. Weighs in at about 2 kilos. It also comes with this lead, which enables you to connect the solar cell to the power bank. So let's first of all see how we set the solar cells up. So there's these two zippers which we unzip, and then we can unfurl the solar cell like this. These cells are sun power. Made in the US, really good quality solar cells, and at around about 20 to 23% efficient. So good quality cells. It has this rather neat feature whereby there's a little kickstand here, which enables the cell to be angled. So we just basically attach it. I'll do that now. Turn it around and do it. It's a bit easier from behind. So we just do this, and then basically the cell will stand up like this, angled to the sun, like a lot of solar cells that you can purchase. So to connect it to the power bank, you basically grab this lead, which is about 1 metre in length, and there's two different sizes on here. One will go into the rear of the power bank, which is the charging port, and that's used for all charging sources. We plug this in here, and the other end goes into the inside of the little pocket here, and there's a little socket there that enables you to connect it in. And that's all you need to do, and put it in the sun, and it will charge away. Now, that's great, and it does a good job. This is a 50-watt solar cell, and I would suggest that this is probably the sweet point. They do also sell a 20-watt solar cell, and while that might be a nice small form factor, if you're doing any serious use away from the grid, say camping, really 50-watt would be the way to go. The only real issue that I think with this is this lead. In Australia, if I put this out in the full sun for the whole day, which is really what I'd want to do, I don't want this in the sun because that's going to cook. Now I can hide it behind the solar cells, and that'll probably be okay. But if it rains, your battery's going to be out in the rain. Now, you might say, well, why would you let that happen? Well, when you're out camping, for instance, you often go away from your campsite for many hours on a bushwalk or whatever, and you really don't want to have a situation where your power bank could be rained on, or worse, simply stolen. This could be easily lifted. So what I've done is I've made up this 10 metre extension lead. this is a 7 amp cable I got from Jcar. What I've found in real world practice with this solar cell, it puts out about 40 watts out in the full sun, which is around about 2 amps. So the open what's called the voltage open circuit on the cell is around 20 odd volts, and then when it's connected to the power bank, that drops down under load to about 18 volts. So, you know, and 2 amps. So 2 amps is fine with this cable. And what I've done is I've got this little connector at the end here, which I can plug into the solar cell, little 3.5mm jack they've got, plugs in there. The other end I've actually put a regular car charging plug, and then I can use the lead that came with the river power bank, because that will plug into there, and then this will plug into the power bank. This would be normally used to go into a carport in your car, well, the old cigarette lighter charging port. So now that's worked extremely well, and I've been able to then place the solar cell, you know, 10 metres away from the power bank, and have this, you know, in the shade or in a tent or in a place which I can secure it with a security cable or the like. So that's about the only criticism I'd make of the unit, in that you know, this 1 metre cable really isn't sufficient. I know that Ecoflow have mooted the release of a longer cable, and I'm sure they will do that in time. So that's pretty much is the solar cell. So far I've been pretty happy with it. I've had it out there charging in the full sun for the whole day, and like I said, it's delivering 40 watts continuously. You're not going to charge, if this is empty, you're not going to charge this in one day. So you've got to be realistic about that. This is a big battery. It's you know, 400 odd watt hour battery, but certainly you're going to get a fair bit of charge into this, you know, with a day in the sun. So I think this is a pretty nice unit if you're going to be out off the grid and want to charge your battery up. The other nice thing about the river, of course, is that you can use and charge. So if you've got a fridge, portable fridge, and you have that being powered by the river, and you have the solar cell on, you know, you probably can actually just literally not discharge your battery during the day if you're in the full sun. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed the review and found it useful. Thanks.
Please see links in description below.